Alright, so this is a guitar lesson for the lead guitar of Fat Lip by Sum 41. So, honestly, a lot of what they're doing is just a double track of what the first guitar is doing. So there'll be sections where it's exactly the same. So I'll just kind of hover over those sections, and if you haven't seen the video for the rhythm guitar part, I'd recommend watching that one first so you'll kind of understand what's going on as far as that goes. So, sorry, just gotta focus in on my fretboard, or my fingerboard, excuse me. So, so you start out with the intro riff. So that's a riff we covered in the last video, so I won't go too in depth on that. But pretty much the rhythm guitar does that by itself, and then the lead guitar comes and slides in, kind of acts like a rhythm guitar, while the rhythm guitar continues to play that riff, but not palm muted. So while the rhythm guitar is doing that, the lead guitar is going to slide in. So what that is you're doing open D power chords, open E power chords, and open A power chords. So I'll describe those shapes real quick. So what they are is pretty much, sorry, my camera does not want to focus. So open D, so we're in standard tuning, so if we were in drop D, we would just play the first three strings. But we're in standard tuning, so that doesn't work. So, you could go to drop D, but what I would recommend, since this song is more than likely played in standard tuning, because it's easier to play in standard tuning, is I would just play the A and the D string together, and it pretty much gives you that open D sound. Like Metallica uses that all the time. So anyway, open D power chord. Then open E is just the open E string with the second fret on the A string. Sorry. And then the open A chord is the open A string with the second fret on the D string. So yeah, what you're gonna do, and just kind of listen to the song for as far as rhythms, because I'm not very good at explaining rhythms, but yeah, so like listen to the song for like all the feel and everything, but it's basically gonna sound like this with those chords. So I'll play that even a little bit slower. So yeah, that's what the intro was gonna sound like, and that's on top of the other guitars doing the. Sorry. Sorry, a little mess up there, but yeah, so that's going on at the same time as that riff's going on. So moving into the verse, what we're gonna do is, this is one of the parts where it's exactly the same as the other guitar, where it's double tracked. So then where it's different is right here. He does a little harmony. So instead of going 2-1-2, he goes 6-4-6. Then to a B power chord. So then it's the same after that. So like I said, watch the rhythm guitar video, and I'll go more in depth on the rhythm guitar parts, because I don't want to explain them again in this video. But yeah, then it goes to the pre-chorus, which is also double tracked. Plays the exact same thing as the rhythm guitar. Does some slides. So one thing you could do to make it a little bit more interesting, and I think they do a little bit of this in the recording of the song, is they'll have one guitar play power chords and one guitar play like the major and minor chords. So what you could do is do E major for that little pre-chorus. So that is open, 2, 2, and then 1. And you can just strum all the strings. That's an E major chord. Then C sharp minor, camera's already going out of focus. Then B major, or sorry, A major. So, yeah, you can do that. So I think what they do in the track is they'll do 1 rep of chords and 1 rep of, so 1 rep of power chords and 1 rep of major minor chords. So yeah, that'll give it some flavor. So these minor chords, what we're going to do for C sharp minor is on the A string, you're going to go 4th fret, 6, 6, and 5. So 4, 6, 6, and 5. And then for A major, it's going to be exactly the same as the A power chord except for you bar. So instead of just playing the first 2 strings, you bar the frets and play all of them. Well, not all of them, but starting on the A string, then you play all of them down. So, yeah, that's the pre-chorus, and then the chorus is where it starts to get really interesting. So I'm gonna angle the camera down here, and he does some octaves. So it's like a power chord, but you take out your ring finger, so you just have the 2 notes. So you have the note on the A string and the note on the G string. They're 2 frets apart like that. And notice that they're the same note, but just an octave up. You can play that either with your pinky or with your ring finger. But so he's gonna do an octave chord at the 11th fret. Then slide it down to the 9th fret, slide it down to the 7th fret, then he's gonna go 6, 7, 6, 7. So my guitar already put itself out of tune again. Sorry. Sorry, my guitar doesn't usually do this. So you're gonna go 11, 9, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. So it's gonna sound like this. So for that second part, you're gonna go 6, 7, 9, 7. So all together. Then back into the intro riff. Sorry, sloppy playing. Anyway, second verse is literally exactly the same, so I don't feel like I need to go over that again. Second chorus is also exactly the same. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our clean channel, and while one guitar is doing like this little arpeggio thing, so one guitar is doing that, the other guitar just kind of chills for a little bit, doesn't play anything. So the other guitar, so the guitar that's doing the arpeggios does the arpeggios, the whole repetition twice. So then the other guitar, which is the lead guitar, is gonna go like this. The distortion kicks on again. So what that is you are on the 9th fret, on the G string and the D string. So 9th fret, and what I like to do is bar that with my first finger. So you pick that, so that's G, D. Then you go to the 11th fret on the G. Then you do a little slide up to the 11th fret on the D. Then 9th fret on the G. Then 11th fret on the D, back to the 9th fret. So maybe practice that a few times. And I'd play it with a metronome too, just so you're playing on time. So altogether, that lick is gonna sound like this. Then he kicks on the distortion and goes into the, which I explained in the other video, which is actually exactly the same as the intro part. Maybe a slight variance on the rhythm, but it's pretty much the same thing. So, after that, I think it's exactly the same as the other guitar. I think it's just the other guitar double tracked, or else a repeat of what I've already taught in this video. Because he goes into the chorus with the octaves, and I've already taught those, and then he goes into the intro, which I just taught, and then he just does two repeats of just 2 E power chords, and the song's over. So I hope this was helpful. I hope I made sense. I'm kind of winging it. I hope I didn't ramble. I don't know, just let me know. Let me know if you want me to do any more lessons, any more covers, or anything like that. Just let me know in the comments. And thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe if you like what you saw.